The poem is Once Upon a Time. Once upon a time, son, they used to love with their hearts and love with their eyes. But now they only love with their teeth while their eyes block. Cold eyes surge behind my shadow. So, dear students, from the very first line of the stanza, we can make out that there is a father who is getting utterly nostalgic at this moment with his son, and he shares his past over here. So as you know that this poem has been written by Gabriel Okara from the perspective of father that who is addressing his son and tells the backdrop of Nigerians independence from Britain, like how they have got independence from the Britain. And then the very first line or the title of the poem and the very opening line you could see like once upon a time, and then the title of the poem you can see once upon a time. So frame the poem as a kind of a story. You must have observed when I told you that we are going to read a poem and the name of the poem is Once Upon a Time, and then we plunged into the reading of the poem. You must have been thinking that this poem would be based on a story, that I am going to tell you a story based a poem. So the title and the opening lines of the poem Once Upon a Time must have framed the poem as a kind of a story. So let's get started with the explanation of the poem. So in the very first stanza, the poet who is very nostalgic at this moment and shares his past, that how the father had spent his past and how the past used to be. So he says that there is a sad feeling or a sad feeling of loneliness and sad feeling that going back to the past, and then there is a solid reason behind this, like why the poet or the speaker or the father goes back to the past, and he says that there is a longing and there is a feeling of repentance at the same time. And the father says to his son that they used to have the time when they used to laugh with their hearts. So he says that there was a time that they gave smile to the people, and that smile was a hearty smile. They used to share with each and every person he met, and he is really very aware of the significance of smiling and laughing with another person when we are sharing a smile with other person. So the father says that he is very well aware of such feelings of gratitude while smiling, because he knows that giving smile is the best gesture that you are giving to greet someone. So smile not only elevates other person's mood, but it can also make situation better. So if we are giving smile, it not only elevates the other person mood. If somebody is angry and we are giving a very good gesture, we are giving a good smile, then a situation turns in a way that it becomes very better. So the father or the speaker or the poet had an experience of meeting an African, how they used to meet with each other and how they used to meet each other very wholeheartedly. So after the Britons had invaded Africa, the local Africans or the natives had also changed in their behavior. So father notices the behavior of the people, that when they laugh, they do not mean it. Like they really laugh and they give smile, they pass smile, but they do not mean it. People have become self-centered. People have become hypocrite. They do not have any originality. So if they laugh, they are laughing just for the sake of laughing, but they are not laughing for true affection, for the originality. There isn't any purity. So it seems that appearances are deceptive now. There used to be love, there used to be affection in the people heart, but now everything is self-centered. Like the people have become very self-centered, and if they have some smile, it's only based on artificiality. So people, when they laugh, their laughter is more of showing of a teeth, and the eyes are completely, as the poet says, that now they only laugh with their teeth while their eyes block, cold eyes, like eyes are cold and looking for something other than the real people. Like their eyes do not give good gesture, they give only fake smile, which run counter to their inner feelings, like which is completely opposite to their inner feeling, and their intentions are even not pure. So they show love, but eyes are cold as all. We could say the smile and eyes are completely cheat, deceit, and it has lost originality. So what we find in this stanza and what we get in this stanza, that in the first stanza basically the poet prefers the attitude of past people from the present. So what we get from this stanza, that the negative element is here, negative change we perceive in the very first stanza.